somewhere Jeep riding.
Jeep riding. We're going to the Get Lit 420 night ride in the mountains that is sponsored by Silver Dollar Adventures and Black Bear Off-Road. Is that his name?
Yeah.
From Jeep and Bubba. Hey, we had to stop for Smoothie Kings.
Smoothies.
Yeah. This is like our pre-trail ride. Little energy boost that we're going to get. And then we're going to have a late dinner after the ride, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed our little bit of video clips from the night ride that was hosted by Silver Dollar Adventures and Black Bear Off-Road, Jeep and Bubba. I thought that I would make an official close-out ending to this video since I didn't have like an official ending of the trail ride on my video clips. And the reason that is because after this point in the ride, like the last thing that you see in the video here, our night kind of took a little bit of a turn, and it had nothing to do with the ride. It had nothing to do with anyone there. The ride was great. The trail was awesome. It's just because of a series of events that happened and a little bit of poor planning on our part, things kind of took a little bit of a turn for us. And so I just kind of wanted to officially like kind of end out the video properly. So at the point where you see in the video, we had got where we ride, it was called Old Bucktown Road. And then at the top of the mountain, at the top of Old Bucktown Road is like this big, like a level clearing. And then when it's where it intersects. And then when you go down Nimblewell Gap, that road is pretty uneventful. It's just a nice little gravel road back down the mountain. There's some campsites down there. There were people camping. But it wasn't a lot of like, you know, any of the ruts, the technical, anything like that. So we didn't get any of that. But the main reason that we didn't is when the lead Jeeps in front of us, like the front of the trail pack, the front of the group, made it to the top of Old Bucktown Road. There was actually toward the end of the group, and I think someone may have said that there were possibly about 70 Jeeps on this ride. I don't know an exact count, but there were a lot. So at the end of the backside of the trail or the group, there had been a Jeep that was having some mechanical issues. So some members of the group were trying to assist with getting that Jeep back running and get back together with the group. So the front of the group had kind of stopped while we were waiting on the back of the group to catch up. So we sat there for a few minutes and there wasn't really anything to record because we're just all sitting there basically. But during this time, there was a UTV, a side-by-side, whatever they are, that was on the trail too and was trying to make its way up past all of us. So they were saying on the radio, you know, when the guy get behind you, you know, just kind of move over, let him go, just kind of letting him go on through. So once we got moving again, we were close to, at this point, the top of the mountain, getting ready to go down the gravel side, the gravel road. He did get behind us. So we let him over, let him pass us. Well, he didn't get the Jeeps that were in front of us. He didn't pass them. And so for a while, we kind of rode with him between us and the Jeep in front of us. Then the guy on the side-by-side, for whatever reason, just started slowing down. We got held up behind him. And then eventually we got to a point to where there was like such a gap between us and the first Jeep that was in front of us that we could no longer see the Jeeps in front of us. So we rode like that for a while, hoping that he would eventually, you know, move over, speed back up to catch back up to the Jeeps. Eventually he did. He did pull off, and we you know, tried to catch back up to the Jeeps. Unfortunately, at that point, I think the gap had gotten bigger than what we realized, and we didn't. So we came down Nimblewell, past all the campsites and everything, back to the main road. Well, most of the people in the group, not everybody, like once you got off Nimblewell, the official ride was over and you could, go home, go do what you needed to do. But a lot of the people in the group were going to this, a parking area. I'm not sure what it was. It was called, I think it was like Ball Gap. Parking lot, Ball Gap, something like that. We're not familiar with that area, so we didn't know the place. And we realized that where they were all turning into, we had missed that turn. So the direction that we were going when we came off in Nimblewell was the opposite direction that we needed to go for home. We were headed toward Dahlonega. We live in Cartersville, so we were headed east. We needed to be coming west. So we turned around. There were a couple of Jeeps behind us. We turned around, just pulled up the maps because we finally got cell service back at this point, and just decided to come back home. We were already knew we were going to have a late dinner. We were going to eat after the trail. Well, by the time we got to this point, it started getting really cold because we had the top off the Jeep and the doors off the Jeep. Now, I had taken a little blanket and we had hoodies because we knew it would get a little cold. What we didn't take into account was that the high temperature on Sunday was only 59. So being over there up on the mountains, it actually wound up being like in the 40s where we were at. So it started getting really cold, but we had a blanket, we had hoodies. So we thought we were pretty sure we were okay. So on our way, once we were making our way back toward Cartersville, we realized that by the time we got home, everything was going to be closed. We wouldn't be able to find anything to eat. So we decided to stop in Jasper to get some Waffle House because we were like, it's late. At this point, I think it was like already around 11:30. A lot of things were already closed even there. So we're thinking Waffle House is always open. We went there to get something to eat. While we were there eating, my daughter called me and said for us to be careful getting home. She knew that we didn't have the top or the doors on the Jeep. And at this point, there were some pretty severe thunderstorms coming through Cartersville headed toward us. Lightning, thunder, torrential downpours. We looked at the radar. We were like, there's no way we're going to avoid this. We had no way to go to like dodge these storms and all this rain. We knew we were going to get caught in it. So we decided to just, enjoy what meal we had at that point. And we hurried up, we left, we kind of ate pretty quickly. So we didn't eat everything. We were just like, at this point now it's starting to rain here where we are in Jasper. And we're like, we really got to get on the road. So we got out of there. 2 places we actually wound up having to stop at a gas station and just kind of pull up under the gas canopy, the awning, whatever, just to kind of turn the heater on us high, try to get a little warmed up, try to clean off the windshield because we have no top on the car. So as it's raining, not only is the outside of the windshield wet, but now the inside of the windshield is wet and it's hard to see. So the last time we stopped to kind of take a little bit of refuge, get a break from the rain, was in Waleska. There's an intersection, gas station was closed. We're like, let's just go there and sit for a few minutes. We pulled up under the gas tanks, turned the heat on wide open. My husband was using his hoodie to dry the windshield and then putting it back on. I had my hoodie on and the blanket that I had brought, was around me, but at this point it's already soaked. There was not a dry spot left on me, him, the blanket, or anywhere in the Jeep at this point. So we sat there for probably about 10 minutes, still looking at the radar. The rain is not going to let up. It's going to continue for probably the next 2 hours. we were like, we just got to get home, you know, we just need to get home. So we decided to, from that point, just drive straight through to home. Now, a lot, because it was raining so heavy, there were a lot of places where the water was ponding on the road. The inside of our windshield is wet, is as wet as the outside of our windshield, probably more, because at least the outside had the windshield wipers going. The front had nothing. You know, then there was like this fear of like hydroplaning, wrecking, having an accident, because it was hard to see. The rain was just constant. Like there was no break in the rain. It never got light at any point on our ride home. So from the time we left Jasper until we got to Cartersville, the temperature is now, it's in the mid 40s. It's about 46 degrees. And we spent an entire hour with no break from the rain, getting rained on in the mid 40 degree temperature. So thank goodness everything worked out. Every time he hit one of the little ponding in the road, it was always seemed to be on the right side of the road. So when he would hit it, the water would slosh up. It was all coming right in, covering me. We had a transfer truck pass us on 41, and he was like just sloshing water from like the nose of his truck all the way to his tailboard was just. It was the craziest drive home. We were like at this point, like this is miserable. But after an hour of being just constantly like just soaked in the rain in the mid 40s, we made it home. Thank goodness, like we're safe, no accidents, nothing. Only just maybe a little mild hypothermia setting in, because I mean, we were wet and cold for over an hour. So, you know, we get home, we do all the precaution things, you know, immediately, like shed the wet clothes, hot showers, threw all the extra blankets on the bed, called it a night. So all of that, like kind of drama, was we knew that the high Sunday was supposed to be like 59, and that it was supposed to rain all day Sunday. So we should have like considered the fact that the temperature was probably going to drop a lot more on Saturday night, and that it's April, that there's always a chance the rain could move in early. And that's what happened. It caught us off guard. You know, we got caught by the temperatures dropping really quickly and the rain moving in a lot sooner than what we had expected it. So could have been a bad situation coming home. You know, we really could have we really could have suffered from hypothermia. We could have gotten in an accident. I don't know, like there's a lot of variables, but we did make it home safe and sound. So the ride though, the trail ride with the group was so much fun. We enjoyed it so much and cannot wait to go back and ride with the group again. It was just so much fun. When we ever go back on another trail ride though, we're definitely going to take into consideration all the things, weather, everything, like anything and everything. We're gonna keep that in mind. And so, you know, and that was just a good lesson that we wanted to go out. We wanted to have the doors and top off. It was a Saturday night trail ride. You know, it was going to be fun. The moon was gorgeous, you know, out in the woods. It was just going to be a fun ride. Didn't take into account how far away we were from home, how fast the temperature would drop, or the potential that rain could move in. So it was a good learning lesson for us in being prepared and really having a plan. The next day, my husband actually ordered a tarp, a cover for the Jeep. He went to the He went to one of the local stores around here, bought umbrellas, he bought ponchos. like it was a lesson, and we learned a lot from it. And so now, we know that when we go off away from home like that on a ride, whether it's with a group or even just us, we're gonna have things in that Jeep to be prepared for, anything that Mother Nature can throw at us. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to, give like a little formal ending to this video. It was so fun, and we can't wait to do it again. Be more prepared. And anyway, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we hope to get out there and get lots more Jeep content out and to share. And we love watching other YouTubers' Jeep content. And we are going to be going in 2 weeks to Panama City Beach for Jeep Jam. And definitely we hope to have a lot of content while we're down there. And anyway, I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye.